What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. So we did a quick loop around the camp, we met our companions, and now we are ready to head on out. We do gotta decide where we are going first, though. So we'll take
Yes.
Alistair, Morrigan, and I think we'll take Duke for another run. This storm was going really hard before, so we haven't used Duke much. We gotta decide where to go from all these locations. So we have Denerim, Ferelden's largest city and main port. It is also the location of the royal palace. That is where Loghain currently is. We have the Brazilian outskirts, the edge of the Brazilian forest, the dangers of which are well recorded in local legends. That is for the elves. It's back to Flemeth Ho and the Kokari Wilds. We're not interested in going back there yet. Lothering we just left. Soldier's Peak. Atop a maze of abandoned mining tunnels lies the old Grey Warden base of Soldier's Peak. That is the quest for Levi Dryden. We will be heading there somewhat early, but not right now. Van Loren's lands. These densely wooded lands provide much of the timber used in the region. That is for another DLC called Return to Ostagar. We'll also be doing that. Soldier's Pass. Although the route is more treacherous than Gerland's Pass to the north, Soldier's Pass can shave more than 2 days' travel off the journey to Olay. We have Lake Calenhad docks. Sitting in the shadows of the old Imperial Highway, these docks are now the only means to reach the tower. Circle Tower. Rising out of the middle of Lake Calenhad, this tower is home to Ferelden's Circle of Magi. This here is the Imperial Highway that Tevinter's built. This goes all over Ferelden. We saw a little of it when we rescued Bodan, actually. Frostback Mountains, a range of dramatic peaks that stretch across western Ferelden, forming a natural border with Olay. This is the Dwarven lands. We have dwarves, mages, and elves, and then Loghain is up over here. We do have Redcliffe Village here, which is a fishing village on the shores of Lake Calenhad. A significant lake. It's more like a fucking ocean here, really. Huge lake, like almost cuts Ferelden in half. Now, we heard rumors that Arl Eamon is sick, and Arl Eamon is obviously the Arl of Redcliffe, so he's in here. We do need the mages' help too. So the decision is essentially between the mages or the Arl of Redcliffe. We haven't heard much of Lake Calenhad. Let's go check out Lake Calenhad. As you travel across the map, you'll run into fights here like this. Ooh, this is a rare one. This is star metal. That's really good.
How did a child survive that? The crater is still smoking. It's a boy. 5 fingers, 5 toes. That's all that matters to me. The Maker has answered our prayers. Let's go home, Marta, and raise the Tyke as our own.
A little Superman reference right there. This is really good. When we eventually go to Soldier's Peak, this right here is going to let us make a very, very strong weapon. It's the strongest ore in Ferelden. Will be all of Thetis. We do have a level up for Dog. So 2 strength. 1 willpower. Let's keep everything steady and even as we level him up. We have 2 choices here. Combat training. The Mabari has undergone rigorous combat training. You can get bonuses to critical chance, attack, and armor. Charge. Mabari charges at its enemy, dealing normal damage if the attack hits and knocking the opponent down unless it passes a physical resistance check and knocking the opponent down. That is very clunkily worded. The typo. I think we're going to go the flat buff. We want the flat bonus to crit chance, attack, and armor, and then overwhelm is ultimately our end goal for him. That's going to Mabari leaps upon its target, pinning it to the ground and attacking it repeatedly. That's going to be a huge stun if it lands, because you can still attack grounded enemies like that. So we'll go ahead and give that to Duke. Which actually also reminds me, last episode we bought these books, the Tome of Physical Technique and the Tome of Arcane Technique. We are going to take the physical one because if you remember, we got our specialization, which means we can now pop Mark of Death from our new tree. This is a flat damage buff to everything you add this to. So the assassin marks a target, revealing weaknesses that others can exploit. All attacks against a marked target deal additional damage. That's going to be huge, especially when we mix in certain other companions later, so we're definitely going to take that. Morrigan, you are the only resident mage we have currently, so you are going to take the arcane technique. see, what do you have here? Just in the interest of not getting smoked. Like, there are things you ultimately want to do here. This is what you're aiming for eventually. You want to try and speedrun this, but you need 33 magic. We're nowhere near this yet. What we are struggling with, however, is staying alive in certain situations. So we're going to give Morrigan a heal. It's the only point we're going to be dropping into that skill tree. I'm going to put her sustains over here. Kind of clean this bar up as best we can. She also does herbal, so let's go ahead and make some potions. Make some heals for Duke. Perfect. There is unlimited potions that we're going to be able to make later on, but we're not too worried about that right now. And now we are ready to press on.
As you wish.
Since we got the book of arcane technique, we don't have to waste a level up point on giving Morrigan heal. We could just do it from the book. And then inside the tower, we're going to get our actual resident
here to see
healer.
the mages, right? Oh, great. They just love me.
That would be the ultimate goal of coming to the mage tower, yes. We'll be back here in a little for Sten, but we don't have anything we can do about that yet. This is a cool vibe, but there's the mage tower over here. Boy, you blocked my elf root picking. Good boy. Death root, excuse me. Landmark bow. As always, go ahead and pee on things when you got the dog out. Assert dominance. But this is for the Blackstone irregulars. We're not going to do that just yet. We got a couple things we got to look at first.
Why, bless my soul. What's a distinguished personage like yourself doing here?
A distinguished personage? I was looking to get across the lake to the tower.
Don't hold your breath. No one's been allowed across the lake for days. I'm the ferryman. Leastwise, I used to be. Poor old Kester. Out of a job.
So I can't get across?
Gregoir just came down and said, "Don't you worry, Kester. We got it all under control, we do." Didn't say nothing else. And then he puts Carrol in charge of my boat. Lissy. Named for my grandmum she was.
Who's Gregoir?
He's Knight Commander of the Templars up in the tower. Good man.
That's good to know. You have no clue why they'd stop people from going across?
If I had to guess, I'd guess it had to do with magic. But the tower's always got something to do with magic.
Right. But I have to get there. I'm on official business.
Don't look at me. I told you I'm not the ferryman no more. Gregoir's told me to stay here till it blows over. But I'm telling you, some storms don't blow over easy.
That is very true. Well, thanks for your help.
You're too kind. Your type don't usually give my type the time of day.
Seems like something's not going too well at the tower.
Let's get started.
Which is bad for us since we need the help. Mage's Collective Liaison.
You're the Grey Warden, aren't you? Exactly who I was hoping to meet. I represent a collective of mages interested in going about their lives without the constant scrutiny of the Chantry.
Right. Tell me more.
The collective is a self-policing guild of mages who simply want to be left alone. We mean no offense to the Chantry, but we would rather live on our own terms. Next to me, and in every major settlement, you will find an inconspicuous sack containing requests from mages all over the land who need the assistance of someone skillful and discreet.
I mean, I understand the sentiment. Give me a reason not to turn you into the Templars.
Me? I am not a mage, my friend. And those members who have submitted requests are anonymous. Save one or two more arrogant clients. I assure you, we are doing the Maker's work. Magic is not ruling man under our watch.
I'll take a look at these requests.
Thank you, my friend. We have agents in every major settlement to reward you for work done on behalf of the collective. Makers smile upon you.
We can pick and choose what we do. We don't have to do every single one if we find something unscrupulous or a little shady, but we do need the mages on our side. And if doing these requests makes them stronger, then it makes us stronger by proxy. So, places of power. Hear me and obey, my power waning. I, Kirbylash the Epithet, require a reconnection to the mystic places I have left behind. You, the bearer of this note, shall travel to these places and trace upon them my personal glyphs, claiming their eldritch energies for my own. You will come upon sites of mystic power in the ancient places of the world. The Brazilian forest, the deep roads, the heart of Denerim, and near the base of the Circle Tower. This sounds very shady, and I'd be interested in beheading whoever's given us this quest here, so we're going to accept that one in hopes that we find whoever wrote this at the end. Careless accusations. The activities of the Maleficarum on my doorstep did not go unnoticed, and now I am in danger of being brought before the Templars myself. A small band of drifters claim to have seen me practicing forbidden arts, and they have left to deliver testimony of my alleged deeds to the Chantry. I asked the Mages Collective to find and stop these false witnesses by any means necessary. They were traveling on along the road from Lothering to Denerim, where their lies will seal my fate. So, we're not going to let somebody falsely accuse somebody of being a blood mage. The Rite of Tranquility and or execution is often the punishment for that. And if it's not true, it's not true. We don't need to incite any more hatred by throwing out false blood mage accusations. Notice of termination. There comes a time in each young mage's life that he must strike forth from beneath the shadow of his mentor. For my 3 young and unremarkable apprentices, this time is now. He said, for my people who will never make the cut, it's time for you to fuck off. He who accepts this calling takes it upon himself to deliver documents of congratulations to my apprentices, who will no doubt be uninformed as to the contents of this missive. The apprentices' names are Starik, Elena, and Sheth. I have cleverly sent them away from my abode so that they may receive this information in a public place, thus guaranteeing the safety of my willing courier. You will find 2 of them in Denerim. The other is procuring a slightly rarer item from Orzammar. And be sensitive. I would not wish harm upon their delicate feelings. Right. I'm more concerned about harm on our delicate face, considering we had to do it in public to protect ourselves. Thy brother's killer. My worst fears have been realized. A band of devilish Maleficarum are performing their profane rituals within close proximity to my own sanctum. This cannot stand. I, Jubasto, charge he who accepts this request to destroy the fiends before their evil brings unwanted attention from either Templars or demons to my back door. Travel to the Brazilian forest and slay these blasphemers. We will indeed go kill Maleficarum. That is right up on my list. Herbal magic. Disaster. So consumed have I been in my personal projects that I have neglected to collect vital components of the herbal remedy I use to sharpen my mind for the thoughts of the other world. Without it, I am ruined. Ruined. I will humbly reward any who bring me 10 bundles of deep mushrooms. With this, I can continue on my quest for enlightenment with a clear mind and fewer bouts with drowsiness and indigestion. May he who accepts this request be showered in riches and love from the Maker's heart for this noble and selfless act. This is literally my salvation. We'll go ahead and take all those. None of those were too bad there. Now, when you have these quests, if you do happen to be able to turn any in,
Good to see
just
you
talk
again.
to this guy and you'll get a little mini cutscene. Since we can't turn him in yet, we have nothing. Let's go check out the bar. The Spoiled Princess. See what's going on in here. Wow. Lively place, huh? Ice arrow and a love letter. Correspondence interrupts. We'll go ahead and check that. Disgruntled patron.
What are you looking at?
Shady patron.
What are you looking at? Can a man drink in peace?
Welcome in place, huh? Lorana.
Good day.
Nobody interested in talking to us, huh? Check out the innkeeper.
Good day, and welcome to the Spoiled Princess. Is there something I can get for you?
Oh, there might be. Why is the inn called the Spoiled Princess?
It was my father's idea. He ran the inn before me, and he named it for my sister. She was his little princess. Princess decided the country was too dull for her and moved to Denerim. More glamorous, she said. Well, she was found murdered, robbed of all the trinkets my father bought her with his hard-earned money. My father died of shock and heartbreak. Mother stopped eating, and I got the struggling in. The name stuck. That's the story.
That was a lot. I'd like a drink after that.
Of course. What would you like?
Okay, let me see your inventory, I suppose. Okay, so we do want elf root. Are you selling any deep mushrooms, perchance? You are not. Right, fire trap plans, grease plans, not interested in any of that stuff. We will take the wine, it's a gift. Take the health potions, of course, especially from where we're going. We are going to go through the major circle. We are going to need the heals. Not too invested in the lyrium potions for now, but we will go ahead and get them while we're here. It's not like it'll take up more inventory space. It says it does here when you first buy them, but then it will sort them into a stack later. Apprentice amulet. Fire resistance, cold resistance, 1 armor. Not too bothered about that. We will keep Warden's Oath, after all, just for keepsakes purposes. We are going to sell Morrigan's necklace, though. I hope she does not mind. Addis of the Siege Breaker. Fire resistance. Doesn't really cut the cake for me. We won't need Splint Mail. Won't need the Enchanter's Foot in. Scale. Definitely won't need anything Grey Iron. The Barbarian Helmet can go. Studded Leather can go. We already gave Sten a set of this, so we won't need that. We'll keep this because it's unique. Chasing Robes can go. Won't be clothing, definitely. Warpaint of the Wolfhound. You are Damage Burst Beast. We will keep that just in case we find a use for it, but I suspect we won't. Go. You can go. And I think we are all caught up. Right. Let's get out of here before the bartender tells us another depressing story about how the cat died by choking on the goldfish and then the house was towed away. This fight could actually get very interesting. We're glad we brought Duque for this. Samael the Deserter.
You have some kind of problem?
I'm here on behalf of the Blackstone Irregulars.
Oh? What was this about?
I hear you stole up supplies from the guild.
Oh, I see. Tauren must have sent you. I refuse to answer to a pawn of Tauren. Come, men, to arms!
That is unfortunate that you decided to go that course of action, but what can you do? So, Samael is going to be first on our shit list here. Alistair is going to go stun this guy, because this guy's already fucked. So.
Okay, show with you now. Maker.
Cancel me real quick. Samael dies as soon as possible. And now this becomes much, much easier. I can actually caught a stun during that.
A little frantic.
We are going to check out party tactics after this. I do not like that my character is using his stamina bar when we're not controlling him. We gotta fix that in our specific tactics. It's the guild supplies that he stole. And they wouldn't come in easy, but we picked the fight, we finished it. Right. Tactics. So I don't want you to be doing any of this. Like, enemy any flurry is insane. So drop that down and just turn that off for now. I shouldn't be using flurry on anything. I'm okay with you using this. Dual weapon sweep 3. Those tactics aren't bad. That's okay. You can leave those. Spamming flurry when he doesn't need to, though, that's a problem. So Carrol is the one controlling the boats across, supposedly. Talk to him.
You're not looking to get across to the tower, are you? Because I have strict orders not to let anyone pass.
You saw what just happened to the deserters over there, right? I am a Grey Warden, and I seek the assistance of the mages.
Oh, you're a Grey Warden, are you? Prove it.
I have the documents here.
Yes? Oh, a Grey Warden seal. Aha! So you're claiming to be one of those. You know, I have some documents, too. They say I'm the Queen of Antiva. What do you think of that?
This fucking guy. On Queen's female.
Don't question royalty. Anyway, it was nice chatting with you. Now, on your way, right now, go.
That's not gonna happen. Your superior won't like that you're giving me trouble.
Oh, really? You think Greagoir would be upset with me for not letting you in? Wait, actually, he would. Good point.
Not the brightest one, are you? Well, we should try our best to avoid that, shouldn't we?
He's the big guy around here. I bet he could deal with one Grey Warden. Alleged Grey Warden. Well, you want that I should take you there now?
Yes. Carrol has a kind of a smooth brain, doesn't he? No bumps or lumps. Yes, please do.
Come along, I suppose.
Like talking to a child. Looks like there was a bridge that used to go to the circle that blown the fuck out.
And I want 2 men stationed within sight of the doors at all times. Do not open the doors without my express consent. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
The doors are barred. Are they keeping people out or in?
Now we wait and pray.
You're Gregoir, I assume?
Who are you? I explicitly told Carrol not to bring anyone across the lake. We're dealing with a very delicate situation. You must leave for your own safety.
That doesn't sound good. No, the mages have an obligation to the Grey Wardens.
I am weary of the Grey Wardens' ceaseless need for men to fight the Darkspawn, but it is their right. You'll find no allies here. The Templars can spare no men, and the mages are indisposed. I shall speak plainly. The tower is no longer under our control. Abominations and demons stalk the tower's halls. The circle is lost. The tower has fallen.
All this since the Battle of Ostagar. Demons? Oh, let's see, how did this happen?
We don't know. We saw only demons, hunting Templars and mages alike. I realized we could not defeat them and told my men to flee.
What can I do to help?
I have sent word to Denerim, calling for reinforcements and the right of annulment.
The right of annulment?
The right of annulment gives Templars the authority to neutralize the Mage Circle. Completely.
The mages are probably already dead. Any abominations remaining in there must be dealt with, no matter what.
This situation is dire. There is no alternative. Everything in the tower must be destroyed so it can be made safe again.
That's not gonna work for us. We need the mages. The mages are not defenseless. Some must still live.
If any are still alive, the Maker himself has shielded them. No one could have survived those monstrous creatures. It is too painful to hope for survivors and find nothing.
If you're so sure, why wait for the right of annulment?
Only the Grand Cleric in Denerim can authorize the annulment of the Circle, and we must wait for reinforcements. If we enter the tower now, we will be massacred. I cannot order my men to their deaths. While the door holds, we wait. Denerim must have received our message. It cannot be much longer.
Well, at least he's going by the books. They didn't just decide to kick the door in and slaughter him. If I help you deal with the Circle, will you lend me aid?
If, by some miracle, you destroy the abominations, yes. The Templars will join your army. Without word from Denerim, I must determine our course. Surely destroying Darkspawn is a worthy goal.
Is that all you can offer me?
We have nothing to offer you, but gratitude and service. I have heard the tower holds many valuable artifacts. I expect we'll have to consider them lost or destroyed.
Right, so he's just straight up bribing us with magical artifacts. Very well. We have a deal.
A word of caution. Once you cross that threshold, there is no turning back. The great doors must remain barred. I will open them for no one until I have proof that it is safe. I will only believe it is over if the first enchanter stands before me and tells me it is so. If Irving has fallen, then the circle is lost and must be destroyed. May Andraste lend you her courage, whatever you decide.
Right, so the cool thing about Dragon Age Origins is the depth of choices you get here. We can totally take his little deal there. We can just go kick the door and slaughter all the mages, and we will have an army of Templars at our backs. Or we can go in there and see what's going on and potentially save the mages and have an army of mages at our backs. It is very cool. If you do not like mages or magic and you like holy paladins, you can totally get an army of paladins out of this. I like that you have the freedom to choose. Watermaster. Look like a Templar.
I wish this were over. We're running low on supplies, and I don't know how much longer we'll last.
Do you need help?
We need the abominations and demons out of this place, if that's what you mean. If you have anything to trade, that would be helpful too.
I may do. Alright, let's trade. I am more interested in what he has to trade, actually. Wouldn't happen to have a backpack, would you? You do not. You have any mushrooms? We'll take the Lyrium potion recipe. Take the injury kit recipe too. He does not have any deep mushrooms. We have 2 and we need 10. What do you have? You do have a backpack. That's wonderful. Another Tome of Arcane Technique. We'll go ahead and buy that up. We're not going to give that one to Morgan though. We're going to save that for someone special. Just trying to make some space here before we head into the tower. We are definitely going to need it. So let's see what else he has to offer. Andrew's Blessing. Now this is huge. +2 to all attributes, 20 nature resistance, 1 mana regen, 1 stamina regen, and 10 physical resistance. It is going to be great for Alistair, and it's going to cost us most of our money that we have remaining. So we're going to go ahead and do our money making method again soon. Right, what is he at? Soldier's Helm is a nothing burger. 10 fire damage doesn't matter for us. Cold damage doesn't matter to us. Reinforced Mage's Carrol. Not so much. We might buy that eventually. We'll see. Be on the other side. The dagger, the acolyte staff, and the magic staff. Neither of those are as good as a piece of wood, so I'm gonna drop them out. Staff of the Magister Lord is 128. It's a really good staff, so here's what we're gonna do actually. We are gonna do our money making method. We're gonna buy up some of this stuff. What is the most pricey thing we have to make money from here? Leave it as Blood Dragon Plate. Or actually, we can go ahead and do this. So, again, left click, right click, drag it, let go of the left click, and then let go of the right click. Go ahead and make some money. Right. Now we have Angel's Blessing. Staff of the Magister Lords. Pick that up. It's going to be huge. We're going to give that to our healer, not Morrigan. Liberator's Mace is a critical chance. That's not going to be very good for us. And since we're here and we just did a lot of money, we'll go ahead and pick this up. How many spots do we have? We have 36 inventory spots. I do not think that's enough. 40 would probably be enough. Let's see what we can get rid of. Pain helmet can go. We need all of this. That'll be a spot because we're going to take that away. Throw the Malachite. Okay, now we're good. That turned out very, very good. Right, Alistair. Happy buffing. Angela's Blessing is going to be great for you. Warrior or Rogue is a restriction for that. That is unfortunate, but alas. Alright, well, since we're literally on the point of no return, once we pass this door, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here. I might, off camera, go sneak back to camp and go pick up the duplicates so that we're as equipped as we can be going inside here. But anyways, that's going to be a wrap for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, there is a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you guys soon with more Dragon Age Origins. Have a good day, guys. Take care.